Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about everything you need to know about your FastPass Plus reservations before even showing up to your Walt Disney World vacation. If you're staying on Walt Disney World property, which I always highly recommend, then you are going to be able to book your FastPass Plus reservations at 7 a.m. Eastern Time 60 days prior to your resort reservation. If you are staying off Walt Disney World property, you'll be able to make your reservations 30 days prior to your ticketed reservation dates. And I strongly recommend making these FastPass Plus reservations as close to 7 a.m. Eastern Time as possible. While you're able to book up to 3 FastPasses per day in advance for your reservations, these 3 FastPasses must all be for attractions within the same park. It's also important to note that Hollywood Studios, Epcot, and Animal Kingdom have a tiered system when it comes to their FastPasses, meaning that you can only book one Tier 1 FastPass per day. In Hollywood Studios, your Tier 1 FastPasses are going to be Alien Swirling Saucers, Slinky Dog Dash, and Toy Story Mania. If you're able to snag any of these Tier 1 FastPasses for your trip, I highly recommend going ahead and doing that. It is important to recognize that when Star Wars Land Galaxy's Edge opens, this tiering system is probably going to change dramatically. Another blanket statement that I think needs to be made about the FastPass system is that once your Magic Band scans in on that third FastPass you have for that day, you are able to go right into the My Disney Experience app and start looking for another FastPass in whatever park you are interested in. And as soon as you skate into that FastPass, you're going to be able to look for yet another FastPass, and you get the point. You can keep doing this for the rest of the day. Because of this, a lot of people suggest booking your FastPasses for earlier in the day so that in the afternoon you can be hunting for open FastPasses and potentially get more than 3 FastPasses in for that day. This is a pretty good idea, but please keep in mind that those hard-to-grab FastPasses are very likely not going to be available day of. You'll probably be seeing FastPasses for rides with shorter queues. But hey, a FastPass is a FastPass. Now it's time to talk about Epcot. Unfortunately, I think Epcot has one of the most frustrating FastPass tier systems. The Tier 1 rides at Epcot include Frozen Ever After, Soarin', and Test Track, and all of these rides typically have pretty long queues and are can't-miss attractions. Now, there are several Tier 2 attractions throughout Epcot, like Living with a Land, Mission Space, Spaceship Earth, and so on, that have typically low wait times. So, my strategy for Epcot is to book a Frozen Ever After FastPass for the afternoon, or at least after you are able to rope drop, Test Track, and Soarin'. This means heading to these attractions when the park opens to try and beat some of those crowds. I've seen it done, folks, and it works. Make sure you head to the 2 attractions that you do not have a FastPass for first, and then go on to that Tier 1 FastPass that you have later in the afternoon. And now it's time to talk about my favorite park, Animal Kingdom. Now, there are only 2 Tier 1 FastPasses in Animal Kingdom, and I bet you can guess what they are. That's right, Flight of Passage and Navi River Journey, both located in the new Pandora Land that was opened up in 2017. So if you can get your hands on a Flight of Passage FastPass, grab it. It doesn't matter what time it is, that is a hot commodity, and go ahead and snatch it up. Now, what I recommend doing, since you can't get a FastPass for both Navi River Journey and Flight of Passage, is I recommend getting a FastPass for Flight of Passage and then rope dropping River Journey. Navi River Journey typically has a much shorter wait than Flight of Passage. And go on ahead and try to snag an Everest, Kali River Rapids, or Safari FastPass for that Tier 2 attraction. Or, if you're more of a nighttime person, go ahead and save it for Rivers of Light. It's a great show, and I'm sure you will have a great time with that priority FastPass seating. But if you can't get your hands on that prized Flight of Passage FastPass, don't worry. Go ahead and rope drop it, and the wait won't be as horrible as it would be midday. Plus, the standby line is pretty awesome. Just keep in mind that rope dropping means getting to the park way earlier than opening. It doesn't mean showing up to the park at 9 a.m., it means getting there at 8, 8:15, 8:30 at the latest to be towards the front of those rope drop crowds. Who doesn't love a walk right down the middle of Main Street, USA? The final park we're going to be talking about today is the Magic Kingdom. And unlike the other three parks, Magic Kingdom does not have a tiered FastPass system. So you can book FastPasses for whatever attractions are right for your family. The go-tos that everyone typically vies for are going to be the mountains, space, splash, and thunder. But if big roller coasters aren't your thing, then maybe snag a Peter Pan's Flight Fast Pass. That attraction can build up some pretty significant queues, even though the ride itself is quite short. Seven Dwarfs Mine Train is a newer attraction in New Fantasyland, and it typically has the longest queue in the park. So that is the fast pass that I always search for with the most priority when it comes to Magic Kingdom. There are no fast passes available for the parades or fireworks shows, so don't bother trying to save your fast passes for those events. And one last pro tip that I thought I would throw in here about the FastPass system is if you're in the parks or even before your trip, keep refreshing the page on the My Disney Experience app or on your web browser. FastPasses and FastPass availability are constantly changing due to cancellations and how busy the attraction is day of. So if you need to move a FastPass to a different time, or you are looking for a FastPass when you're already in the park and you've already scanned for those 3 pre-booked FastPasses, keep refreshing the app. You never know what you're going to find, and I wish you the best of luck.